On public settings, numerous things affect how people behave around the displays. There are external factors related to the place where the system is installed. These include weather, events and happenings in the surrounding area, the surroundings themselves, the physical space, and people using the space. Vandalism and inappropriate use must also be considered in public spaces. While the system designer rarely can affect these factors, they can be considered and in best cases embraced. The concrete design of a public display system includes the software and the hardware. The display setup can have significant effect on how the system is used. When display surfaces are not flat or there is significant obstacles in the space, behavior of people changes. Requirement of personal space is an important consideration and can explain many of the observed phenomena. If display surface curves inside, it limits the number of people who can comfortably fit, and when display curves the other way, more people fit in. Since we have lots of displays in our environment nowadays, people are so used to them they often ignore them. Two related phenomena have been identified in this respect. Display blindness refers to the fact that people ignore lots of the displays, some actively refusing to look at them, and most people, at least at times, focus on something else. With interactive displays, interaction blindness can also be an issue. While lots of screens are found in public spaces, only few of them are interactive and people often do not realize that they can interact with the display. There are many ways to help interaction blindness. The most brutal way is call for action signature. For example, simply having a text like "touch me" on a touch screen when nobody is using it. Systems which use camera-based tracking to react to users have successfully communicated the interactivity by visualizing the detected users, for example as silhouette outlines. Naturally, people may still not use a public display even if they are aware of it and its potential usefulness for them. Social conventions are often against public displays, especially if the user is clearly visible to passers-by. Many people are hesitant to try out something new in public. On the other hand, when somebody uses a system, so-called honeypot effect can happen. That means other people start using the system once they have seen somebody else use it. Locating the system in a public space may also help or hinder its use. A display that is easily seen is noticed, but people may be hesitant to use it, and a display that is a bit more hidden could be easier for people to use, but many may not notice it. The roles of a user or actor, an audience, that means somebody who watches another person using a system, and a passerby have been used when people talk about such aspects. There are models which help analyze people's behavior around public displays. As an example, audience funnel model separates the people's behavior into 6 phases. A person may be passing by the display but not even noticing it. The second level is that the person notices the display and reacts to it. The third level is subtle interaction, which is often possible, for example in systems which detect users with a camera-based solution from distance. The fourth level is direct interaction with the system, and the fifth level is reached when the person has multiple interactions. Finally, the sixth level is when the person does some follow-up action after they have used the system. When people's behavior is monitored, identifying a level for each person enables calculating of percentages of people on each level. This way, it may be possible to identify which step is the one where improvements would be most beneficial. For example, if very few people notice the display, some more lively attract mode may be good. But if people have a lot of subtle interaction but very few direct interactions, perhaps user interface does not effectively communicate how it can be used.